This is just so frustrating. Oh, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. We have quite the full day ahead of us, but honestly, I'm here for it. It is one of those typical winter days. It's cold, it's gloomy, it's rainy, but who says we need sunshine to be productive? As I'm filming this, we are approaching the halfway mark of the first quarter of the year, which is really crazy to even think about. And I would love to hear how your year is going so far. If it's been going amazing, keep riding that momentum. And if it hasn't been ideal or what you had thought that it would be, do not stress about it. Do not beat yourself up. A bad quarter of the year does not define your entire year. Let me know in the comments how your year is going and what kind of videos that you'd like to see that'll help you get closer to your goals, because that's exactly what our channel is for, is to just really support each other, and I want to do my part in helping you crush your goals and have the best year yet. Let's keep the good vibes going and actually make the most of 2025. So like I said, we have quite the busy yet productive day ahead of us. So let's go ahead and make our to-do list for the day. So I've got my laptop here and I have my planner, which if you've been watching my videos, I got the Day Designer and I love it so much. It was an investment and I've given myself the month to really see if I even like it, and I'm obsessed. It's great. I love the format, and it has a section for the top 3, which is my biggest thing for whenever you're making a to-do list. Only do your top 3 priorities. And if you have anything that is overflow, that is not those top 3, my rule of thumb with that is to just take those things and move them over into your top 3 for the next day. You really don't want to make a whole list of like 30 things to do. Personally, I probably wouldn't do any more than 5 to 7, just because you don't want to make yourself feel overwhelmed and like you're not doing anything because you can't physically check off all of those things in one day, and then you're just going to start losing motivation and momentum and snowball into self-doubt and lack self-confidence, and that is not what we want. So only do your top 3. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So first thing we're going to do is run errands. I want to get those knocked out first. So the first place we're gonna go is the bank, because I wanna do something that I've been putting off for a long time, but it's crucial to my YouTube journey and career. So I'll explain a little bit later once we get there, but I'm very excited. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. And then I need to go to Whole Foods because we have just gone through more of our coconut cult, so I need a restock. And then I also wanna head to Target, because if you saw my deep cleaning video, I really want to start organizing different areas of our home that have just needed it for a really long time. I'm just to the point where I'm fed up with the lack of organization, because it just makes the simple daily tasks more annoying, inconvenient, and more time consuming. So I'm gonna start making the small steps towards that. So I would love to go to Target and look at their bathroom organization stuff. If you saw in that video, I talked about below our bathroom sink. It's just, there's a lot of products down there and it doesn't look organized. I want to start small, like I said, because I will completely overwhelm myself if I think about our entire home. I have kind of an idea of what I'm looking for, but I feel like once I see what they have, I'll have a good idea of what I can do with it, if that makes sense. And then once we get home, we are going to meal prep for the week. Very important. And then I also do like a daily tidy session. So I would love to vacuum, which takes me less than 10 minutes, and fold some laundry, because I did quite a bit of laundry and I want it zeroed out, ready to go. So we'll have our meals prepped, we'll have our laundry folded, clean, tidy space, and just be really good to go for the rest of the week. And I just want to say also to keep in mind whenever you're making your to-do list, don't confuse being busy with being productive. Everything on my list that I make every single day, I make sure that it's actually a step towards my bigger goals, no matter how small the step may seem. So those are my 3 to-dos for the day: running errands, meal prepping, and then a little tidy session. They're very simple, but they're also small steps and small actions that I can take towards my bigger goals. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's start ticking off some of these things and get this stuff knocked out, because I love checking things off of my to-do list. Oh goodness. I hate going to the bank. The environment in there is just so awkward. It's so quiet. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. But the entire reason that I even went today was because I wanted to open an account solely for YouTube. So Cooper and I have had a joint checking, joint savings, and an ROI account for 8 years now, and we've talked about having an account just for YouTube for quite a while now, so I figured, like, why wait? But anyway, I'm just really proud of myself for doing that, because it's a very small but also a very significant step towards making YouTube my full-time career, which has been my dream since I was a little teenager in middle school. I never watched TV, I only watched YouTube, and my brother is actually 8 years older than I am, so we were just at completely different points in our lives growing up. Like whenever he was graduating high school, I was just starting middle school. And on top of that, him being a boy and I'm a girl, obviously our interests are very different. So I always turned to YouTube, and that's just where I learned so much about health and beauty and fashion, and it felt like these YouTubers that I watched were my friends. I felt like I had a place to go where I felt like I was, safe. I felt, like I was with my friends, and I just loved that so much. And I wanted to be that for somebody else, because I know that maybe the people in our lives, you may not always align with everybody, and that is totally okay, but I wanted to create a channel that was inspiring and where I could share my own personal journey, and also create a supportive community where you could share your journey as well, because I think it's really inspiring to hear other people's perspectives and their lessons on life, and to just be able to go through it together. I think that's really, really special, and it's something I've always held really near and dear to my heart with YouTube. But that's a really big reason as to why I even wanted to make this video, because actually doing the actions to get you closer to your goals can be kind of scary sometimes. It's scary, but it's really the most important part to even getting anywhere, because if you don't have action, you're never going to get any closer to those goals. You have to make room for your goals to flourish and to manifest into your life. And the only way you're going to do that is through your actions, which is why I'm here at the bank today, even though it is literally the last place I want it to be. I want my goals more than I want to stay in my comfort zone. And if you've been watching my videos, you'll know I've been reading this book, and it honestly has given me so much motivation and inspiration to push for my financial and my career goals, because I have to learn to overcome all of these limitations and financial feelings of lack and worry that I've had around money for my entire life. I know that in order for YouTube to ever be a full-time career for me, I have to do the things that are going to make space for it in my life and actually set that foundation up for myself. So if you have any financial goals, career goals, and really even fitness or wellness goals, figure out the steps you have to take to get there, no matter how tiny they may seem. Because a step is a step, even if it's uncomfortable. But I'm feeling good, I'm feeling accomplished, and we are going to ride this momentum all the way to Whole Foods and get ourselves some coconut cult, because like I said, we're out yet again, so let's cross our fingers it's actually there. It has been such the hot commodity lately, and it's really taken over TikTok. I feel like I see it everywhere. But my Whole Foods runs out of it like crazy, and so does the other location that's here, so fingers crossed they have it, but let's go see. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna ride this momentum. That's one thing with getting things done towards your goals, is once you do, it's like complete a tiny step, It feels so good. It feels so good, and you just build so much confidence in yourself, and it just helps you get other things done. So let's go to Whole Foods because I need to get there before the coconut cult is gone. Oh no, it's all gone. No. I've heard this is similar. This is kind of what I was looking for. It's like a stackable shelves. I think this is tall enough to put some of this stuff on the bottom, like dry shampoos, and then on top there. So I think this might be a good contender. There's also some here that have like a drawer, and then I think a shelf. No, it's just 2 drawers. Oh wait, no, it is a shelf on top. But I don't know if that's too skinny. This isn't bad either. It's kind of similar to what I already have. But again, I kind of want shelves. I don't know if I need a drawer necessarily. I don't know. They do have some good options here though. I'm not sure if I should get one of these or just check Amazon first. Decisions. I kind of want one of these though, or something like this to put cotton pads and cotton balls in, because I had them all everywhere. And our cats get into our cabinets and eat the plastic wrap, so I kind of want to get rid of it. So this might be worth it. I can't believe they still have it, but this is the trash can that we have in our bathroom, and I love it because you can't see what's in it, and it's actually really like adorable. Also like this for cotton balls or something, or even like this. I don't know. It's stackable. Not really. Well, I mean, I guess. That makes me nervous though. We're back at home now, and you can tell it is pretty dark in here. I literally walked in and I went to go turn on our kitchen lights like we normally do, and I heard like a and then a click, and the breaker had flipped. So I went to our breaker box, turned the breaker back on, went in here to turn the lights back on again, and it just keeps flipping it. And the closer I look at our light fixture, I just realized that there is an active leak coming through our light fixture in our kitchen, and none of the lights work because they're all in the same breaker. These lights, they're between our living room and kitchen. Those don't work if this breaker is off. Those don't work, and then that won't cut on if the breaker's off. We have it on right now. We just have this flipped off and those flipped off. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't had this issue before, but we can't meal prep in the dark. And to be honest, if there's water up there coming out like that, like it's literally pouring out and dripping a puddle on the floor, I'm afraid to use anything that's like a stove. I don't know if that's safe. I'm not knowledgeable enough about that. This is just so frustrating. I'm the kind of person that whenever I have a plan, I like to stick to that plan, and if things happen that keep that plan from happening, I get very frustrated. But it's okay. Everything is fine. It's gonna get looked at. It's gonna get fixed. It's a first world problem. It's really not a big deal. And like I talk about all the time, when you have a plan and things don't go quite the way you want them to, it is totally okay. You just gotta roll with it sometimes, and that's what we're doing. But I did want to show you the things that I got while I was out. So I did run into Whole Foods, and as you saw, they were completely out of coconut cult. No shocker there. It's just, it is what it is. So I did a little bit of research, and this one is called Coco Yo. It is cheaper than Coconut Cult, but the serving sizes are very different. So with Coconut Cult, a serving size is 2 tablespoons, and this one is half a cup. So technically, Maddie, can you not? Okay. So technically, there's only 2 servings in the Coco Yo, and there's like 7 or 8 in Coconut Cult. But again, the serving sizes are different, so I know that might play a role with it. I don't know it's the same size jar because this is also an 8-ounce jar. And like I said, it is a little bit cheaper. And it's also a raw coconut yogurt. I think one of the main probiotics in here is the same as one of the main probiotics in Coconut Cult. So if you're looking for Coconut Cult and you can't find it, which seems to be a common theme with Coconut Cult, maybe try this one and see. I don't know if it's going to be any better or not, but maybe it can just bridge the gap until you do get Coconut Cult. But it says it's made from 2 young Thai coconuts, less saturated fat, sugar, and calories for a clean, nutritious, sensationally smooth, and delicious spoonful. Has 200 billion probiotics. It's naturally fermented for a delectably tangy, lightly effervescent, gut-friendly bite. So, sounds great to me. I'm excited to give it a go. Again, it's not Coconut Cult, but maybe it can get us by until we do get it. And then I did pick Cooper up some of his favorite chips. He loves these, and they're basically like a healthy tasting Dorito. They taste really good, and they don't have like all the dyes and everything in them, but they are delicious. I think I showed them to you before in Whole Foods, but those are really good, so I wanted to grab him some. And in Target, they had some good organization options, but I was perusing Amazon while I was there just to see if there was anything else that looked good. And I found a few other things on there that I think I liked a little bit more. So stay tuned for that because I do want to make like an organization video if that's something that you're interested in. And I can show you just like affordable ways to organize different parts of your home. And I feel like that'd be a really fun video to make, but I didn't want to go ahead and get something there if there was something a little bit better on Amazon. So yeah, that's kind of why I did it, but I'm glad that I went and looked. That was the whole thing, was just to kind of dip my toes in there and see what was going on, see if there's anything that was worth grabbing there, or if I should just order off Amazon, which I don't know if it's the same for you, but I find that the options on Amazon are a little bit better than what I find in store, which is kind of annoying sometimes because you just want to go in the store and buy it instead of like ordering it. But it's fine. I'm grateful to have Amazon, and I'm excited to get those things off of there. But while I didn't get any organization from Target, I did grab my cookie dough coffee creamer. I love having this on the weekends. I usually use my Laird superfood creamer during the week, and I'll just let myself have this as a treat on the weekends, but it's so good. It's, yeah, just a cookie dough Chobani coffee creamer. It doesn't have any of the gums or fillers or carrageenan that other coffee creamers have, and it says no artificial flavors too. So yeah, I was getting pretty low on it, and I figured I'd go ahead and just grab it while I was there. But it's really good. I like it, and if you want to make that transition to a healthier creamer, yes, it still has sugars and stuff in it, but maybe it can be a little step in the better direction. But yeah, that was everything I picked up while I was out, and I didn't realize I'd come home to a leakage, but you know, things happen. I did walk into our bedroom, and there is like a new water streak, stain, line, whatever, on the ceiling. We'll find out more tomorrow though. They said they'd be here first thing tomorrow, which I'm like, well, there's literally water pouring from my ceiling right now. Can you come tonight? But they were closing whenever I called, so it's okay. We're just gonna turn the breaker off for the night and see what's going on with it tomorrow. I did also say I was gonna vacuum and do some laundry on my list, and I still can technically do that. So I guess we'll give everything a quick vacuum just to make it feel a little fresh where it's not leaking, and maybe fold some laundry after I take a shower, maybe before, depending on how I feel. But yeah, we can still knock that off of our to-do list, and we'll just have to postpone meal prepping to tomorrow. So totally okay. You just gotta roll with the punches sometimes, guys. If life throws you curveballs, you just gotta roll with it and just know that you'll make it through. Everything's fine. Maybe this happened for a reason. I don't really know. I can't question it. I just gotta trust the process and roll on with it. It's just frustrating because like meal prepping is such a foundational part of my week, and if that isn't done, it's gonna throw off a lot of other things just because it takes time to cook things, and I schedule a certain amount of time to meal prep, and I schedule everything else during the week for certain times where I don't have to cook because I already have it done. So it's all right. We're gonna work with it because it's just what we gotta do. But I am excited to show you guys meal prepping in the future because I've been really dabbling with different recipes and trying to find ways to make it affordable, make it fun, and make it just easy, because you don't need to be spending hours and hours in the kitchen, but you also do need to hit your macros. You need to hit those pillars in your meal that you need to hit as far as calories, carbs, protein, and they need to be practical meals. And I don't like just chicken breasts and vegetables. I'm sorry. A healthy lifestyle has to be more maintainable than that. I'm not saying there isn't a time and place for that, but not for every meal, okay? You gotta have a little variety. And I've been trying a couple different little things that I'm excited to show you and just dialing it all in so I can give you guys some really good ideas. So make sure you stay tuned for that because I cannot wait to show that to you. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna get this stuff in the fridge and dodge the puddle of water in the kitchen. Oh God, it's so frustrating. Oh, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. But who does, right? Who's gonna see that coming? Set you here on our bed. I really hope that you did enjoy this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration and motivation to have a nice productive day, even if things don't turn out quite the way you want. Just do what you can, make your top 3 priorities so you don't overwhelm yourself, and just do what you can to check those off. But if something happens and you can't, do not beat yourself up. I could sit here all night and beat myself up about not getting my meal prep done, because while it does sound pretty shallow, I get that, but it is such a foundational part of my week and my routine. But sitting here and complaining about it isn't going to do anything. Me being in a bad mood isn't going to do anything. Life happens, things happen that aren't in your control, and what matters most is how you react to them and how you respond. So that is what we are doing, and I know that even probably a few months ago, I would be freaking out, I would be grumpy. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have even finished this video because it would have frustrated me so much, because I love sticking to a plan. If I have a plan, I like to stick to it. So let this be a lesson to you, where if you're dealing with things that maybe interrupt your plan or just make the things that you needed to get done a little bit more challenging, just really think about how you're responding, the thoughts you're having, and the energy that you're emanating, and just really try to focus on keeping your cool, keeping it collected, and just staying as positive as you can, because it will all work out no matter what. But thank you so much for spending the day with me. I truly enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed it as well, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe down below so that I know. And profusely, again, thank you so much for being here, and I cannot wait to catch you in my next video. Bye!